The self-styled misogynist influencer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan are on a private jet to the US after Romania lifted their travel ban. The pair, who are vocal Trump supporters, are charged with human trafficking and forming a criminal gang to sexually exploit women. Andrew Tate is also charged with rape. 4 women who accused him of rape and coercive control say the news has re-traumatized them. The brothers deny wrongdoing.
You heard it right here, ladies and gentlemen. The face of modern red pill is back in town. He's got his brother on his hip like a pager, and they have touched down in the great state of Florida because they have escaped Romania, who has been keeping them under lock and key. Legal battles couldn't hold them down, and they sure as hell wouldn't shy away from the camera when asked at the airport about them being here and why they're running.
We live in a democratic society where it's innocent until proven guilty, and I think my brother and I are largely misunderstood. There's a lot of opinions about us, a lot of things that go around about us on the internet. We've yet to be convicted of any crime in our lives ever. We have no criminal record anywhere on the planet ever. Our case was dismissed on the 19th of December in Romania under the Biden administration. And our prosecutor recently decided, because we have no active indictment in court, to let us go and return. This is a democratic society. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, as my brother and I are. And I think it's extremely important that we stop allowing media spin, wrap-up smears, lies, or carefully constructed narratives from George Soros-funded operations trying to destroy the reputations of good people who have no intention to do anything other than follow the law.
Why are you here in Florida? Why are you here? Did Donald Trump help get you the travel ban lifted? Did Donald Trump help get the travel ban lifted?
Everything has to be so political nowadays. I don't understand it. Why are we throwing around these names of the politicians? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Now, what Andrew Tate is saying is true. Technically, his case did get dismissed. Technically, his brother's case did get dismissed. Technically, in America, it is innocent until proven guilty. If they don't have anything on you, you are free to roam and free to move. But even though they are huge Trump fans, huge Trump supporters, and where they landed at is the home of the Trump fan and Trump supporter, it seems like everybody isn't so happy about them touching down on their soil. They don't seem to be welcomed either.
Is he welcome here? What the state do to send back to Romania or whatever?
We have no involvement in that. I read about it through the media. Clearly, the federal government has jurisdiction, whether they want to rebuff his entry into the United States, and I have confidence that whether it's Pam Bondi or Kristi Noem, that they will be looking at that. I do know our Attorney General, James Uthmeyer, is looking at what state hooks and jurisdiction we may have to be able to deal with this. But the reality is no, Florida is not a place where you're welcome with that type of conduct in the air. And I don't know how it came to this. We were not involved. We were not notified. I found out through the media that this was something that was happening.
Ooh, your brother in Trump's arms. How y'all both in the back pocket and are arguing? That don't make no sense. Now, I think timing is very important as to why they came to the United States. Sure, last year, some of the stuff that was going on with the Romanian government and their whole trial situation was a little bit shaky, but Trump just got elected. He's in office now, and the big daddy can protect them if they need it. Does that mean they'll have to let go of some of their pimping ways, or as they say, their red pill ways? Probably so.
Perfected this in pimp school. When I got my PhD, we had to practice if a girl comes at you, you cheated, you cheating. It's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and then grip her up by the neck. Like, shut up, bitch! Her panties get wet. The machete's on the floor, her panties are all wet, and you go, fuck her. That's how it goes. Slap, slap, grab, choke, shut up, bitch, sex. These are the basic moves of pimping.
And I know a lot of people were thinking, wait a minute, they were just in bar rooms doing streams. They didn't have a bunch of women around them. They were screaming at cameras, doing push-ups, and calling people out on Twitter again. How do we get to a place in a space where they can migrate back to America? See, back in 2022, both Tate brothers got roundhouse kicked to the face with some lawsuits saying that they were trafficking and saying that they were, you know, having a criminal gang organization to do some nasty things, all along with OF and women and, you know, having them basically have sex with these men and then basically, you know, get paid from it. There's a word for this. It's escaping me. I don't know what you heard about them, but maybe it's that they're PIMPs. Biggest accusation on him of just straight up great. Now, something worth noting here is that the case in Romania got halted, but there was apparently a case in the UK that continues to go on, but that's not being addressed here. There was a bunch of obstacles and hurdles in Romania that allowed them to get the case dismissed. Not sufficient evidence, maybe some political wrongdoing. Who knows? But what is to be known is that both of them are still wanted in the UK. Like, they didn't just escape those things. Now, they also do still have some charges in Romania, but the government's going crazy, so that's not going to get addressed. But in the UK, they still want their head. It's just that they're not in the UK and they literally can't get into the courts in Romania, so they can just waltz over here free. Now, even though their primes as content creators were so short, Andrew Tate and his brother, to a much lesser degree, had a very, very vast impact on the Red Pill Manosphere Society. Featuring is one of the names that popped up after Kevin Samuel's death. He took a lot of this content to the next level, and it was quite nasty.
I mean, since we've been doing this job 5 years now, how many girls have we had work for us in total? 75, 100?
400 plus.
So many girls, bro.
So many.
How many of them worked for us and didn't sleep with one of us?
One.
Is there one? Who's that one?
The girl from Lithuania. She sucked your dick.
Yeah, she escaped, I guess.
I guarantee I changed the way you look at sex forever. You're going to be fucking crying. I won't cry. I bet you cry, bitch. I bet you fucking cry. You're saying I wouldn't cry. You're challenging me to a fight. You're saying I can't hurt you. You're out of your fucking mind? I don't even have to fuck you. Forget the sex part. That's a distraction. My dick can stay in my pants. I'll just start beating the shit out of you. How about that? We walk in the bedroom. I start kicking your ass. No sex. No sex involved. But you cry then.
I think that breakfast is the worst thing that's ever happened to humanity. Ever.
Why?
It's terrible. You're gonna wake up and just eat a bunch of food. You haven't had to do any work. You haven't had to hunt for that food, kill that food. You haven't made any money. You've done nothing of conquest.
I honestly think the most criminal thing he said was about breakfast. I quite enjoy oatmeal and pancakes and fruits and things of that nature. But it can't go understated the actual damage that Andrew Tate has done with the self-incriminations, with the nasty rhetoric. Whether you sit on the right side or the left side, or maybe you sit in the middle, Andrew Tate has infiltrated politics, and some of the things he says can't align with normal people's morals and beliefs. I don't know who would sit here and have this guy stand next to their champion when he says nasty stuff like this.
I'm fucking all these 16-year-old women or 18-year-old women, whatever the law is in America. 18?
It's 18 usually. You get married at 16.
All right, in Romania, 16, sorry.
Yeah.
So if I'm fucking all these 18-year-old women, blah, blah, blah.
Now, I'm here to put my foot down. I don't give a damn about legal. I don't give a damn about place to place. It's different. I know I'm going to have those people in the comment section that say, well, in Romania, it's different. Well, in this, that, and the third, it's different. This is morally wrong. He keeps alluding to the people that he likes to have sex with being 15 years old. I don't know how anybody can defend something like that. Like, whether he gets caught or not, it's being admitted that he likes 15-year-old girls. And I'm talking about girls. There's no other way to put it. Look, we've seen the evidence. We've seen the crimes, we've seen the stories, we've seen the text messages, we've seen the breakdowns, and he himself is even confirming this stuff. And now, because he thinks his buddies are in office, I believe that's the reason why he's coming back to America, because, mind you, he's from here. He should have no problem with being here. But nonetheless, that's the reason why he feels like he can come back to America, and I think he might be in for a rude awakening because these people are not having it. I'm seeing different reports on the internet about whether Trump did this or assisted him in some way. There's no way to confirm that. So I don't even want to get into this. But what I do know is at least some of Trump's homeboys like DeSantis don't agree with these actions because there's no way that you can excuse the 15-year-old behavior. The only thing that I do know about him and his relation to Trump is that he loves Donald Trump. And I mean so much that he has been getting for the past couple years a bunch of MAGites to be on his side, be on his streams, and profess his love for the Don.
Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm a big fan.
Well, nice to meet you. I'm a fan. You're the one saving Trump. You're doing more important work than me.
America, not just Trump. And I agree with everything you just said. And I think that your anger is the same that President Trump has for our country. And the time is now for us to stop being wimps. I think that's exactly the right sentiment. And I also have to say that I sympathize with you because I think you go through a lot of the same, show me the person, I'll find the crime that President Trump has gone through.
Now, this isn't a political channel, so I really don't necessarily even want to take it there. I don't think we can have this story without talking about his political affiliation and what ideologies line up with one side and the other side, his side, Elon's side, Trump's side, whatever the case may be. But what I do know is that this rhetoric is dangerous. I can remember not too long ago when those teachers were crying and saying, yo, Andrew Tate has literally influenced the youth in America. It's disgusting and it has to be stopped. With this freedom of speech movement that's running around, on where Elon Musk is letting people run rampant on TikTok. Mark Zuckerberg is going to let the mods go on Facebook, and there's no holds barred for this person's content. I don't know if this is a good thing. I actually know it's not a good thing. It's a really, really bad thing. The last thing that I want to see is him reclaim his spot of the days where he was the #1 most searched person on the internet, surpassing like Kim K's and Kanye West of the world. I don't want to see that from this type of guy. I don't want to see him have place and space on platforms like TikTok where these kids live. And I don't feel very strongly that, you know, he won't be on those platforms, especially because TikTok is not in the best place right now, and they're probably doing anything and everything they can do to appease this administration and this political climate. Look, no matter where you sit on the subject, you shouldn't be sitting with this guy who is admitting to being with 15-year-olds. Full stop.